This is Kazuma. He's a very well known and respected Yakuza. This is Nishiki. He's Kazuma's best friend. They've been friends for a very long time. They've been friends since kids. They grew up in the same orphanage. They always watched each other's backs. They both work for the same Yakuza clan. And Kazuma is doing very well for himself. He's about to be in charge of his own group. He's about to lead a small group of men for the clan. The woman, the bartender woman, always liked Nishiki. And it's not a secret at all. She always liked him. And Kazuma has a fiance at the moment. And they're about to get married very soon. That's Kazuma's fiance, Yumi. The four of them love to hang out here. This is the bartender ladies' bar. They're having a great time. They drink and just talk, like good friends do. One night, Kazuma received a phone call from Nishiki. He sounded very panicked. And he ran to him right away to see what happened. And what happened was, the leader of the entire Yakuza clan that they work for tried to force himself on Yumi, Kazuma's fiance. And Nishiki was not having that and shot him. Nishiki's very scared now. He's pretty much ready to die. Like, the clan's not gonna be happy about this. He will pay dearly for this. Most likely with his life. Even if he went to jail. Even if he went to prison, there will be people in there that will want to kill him. Kazuma decides to take the fall for this. He tells Nishiki and Yumi to run. Like, he tells Nishiki to take care of Yumi while he's gone. While he's in prison. Take care of her until I come out. And also take care of your sick sister. And that's why I decided to do this. Plus, Kazuma's much tougher. Like, he probably knew that he could survive whatever happens in prison. And he can. And that's how Kazuma ends up going to prison for 10 years. This is the very first Yakuza game, by the way. This is a conversation that a group of Yakuza are having. They're very upset about the boss's death. And they're wondering, like, why he did that in the first place. Like, it doesn't make sense that he did that. And they're talking about who's going to be in charge of the group that Kazuma was going to be in charge of. And they're saying it's probably going to be Nishiki, the guy that's really tight with one of the higher ups. Like, Kazuma and Nishiki were always tight with the best hitman of the, like, one of the most respected men in this Yakuza clan is a hitman. And Kazuma and Nishiki were always tight with him. So they're thinking that Nishiki's probably going to be in charge of that group. And they're just thinking, you know, that guy's useless. He's way worse. Like, compared to Kazuma, he's nothing. Like, so they're talking shit about him. And Nishiki heard it all. And he was not very happy to hear that. This is where the bartender lady hears about the news, and she's not very happy about what has happened to Kazuma and Yumi. And she's wondering, like, you were there when this happened, Nishiki. Like, wasn't there anything you could do? Like, she's just asking him that, and she didn't mean to offend him or nothing, but this triggers Nishiki to get upset. And he's like, you think I'm useless too? You think I'm a good for nothing too? And he hits her, and nothing, like, it was never the same between those two again after that. This is Kashiwagi. He's one of the highest ranking Yakuzas in the clan. And this is a scene where he's giving Nishiki, like, he's telling Nishiki that he will be in charge of a group. And Nishiki gets very excited, and he tells him that he won't let him down. And Kashiwagi is like, you know, to make sure you do a good job, we're going to give you our best men. And, like, that should make it easier on you. They should know what to do. And, yep, so that's that scene. Unfortunately, the best men that were assigned to him, to Nishiki, they did not think much of Nishiki. They were not happy about this. They're like, we're only here because the boss told us to. It wasn't our choice. Like, we don't think much of you. Let's get that straight. And, like, he's just straight. This guy right here, this guy with the glasses, like, his name is really hard for me to pronounce, so I'm just gonna call him number 2. And he's being very disrespectful. A Yakuza boss should not be being talked to like this, and he's just straight up telling him how he feels about him. And he's just showing him no respect. And he's like, look, the kind of earner I am is, you know, we take things by force. We don't do all that complicated business crap. We just take things by force. Let us do our thing, and you'll be fine. Like, you'll get the money that you should, you know. Just let us do our thing, boss. And he leaves. Nishiki's sister is in really bad condition, and she needs a surgery, a heart transplant. And he's talking to this doctor, and he's pretty much telling him that it won't be happening anytime soon, plus it's gonna cost a lot. And he's like, well, the cost is not a problem, like, what can I do? Like, and this doctor, like, he just gives off a really bad vibe here, like. And, like, he's like, well, I do have certain connections, and I can make the surgery happen, but you're gonna have to pay me a lot. And he demands 30 million, like 30 million yen. And Nishiki, like, he says yes, like, without a second thought. He's just like, yeah, whatever it takes. And this is where the doctor gives him that look. Look at that. Doesn't he look like a fucking creeper? Like, he just looks like an evil guy. I did not like that look. I already knew that he was up to something bad. That's a humongous amount of money that Nishiki has to come up with. Desperate, he goes to number 2 and he says, look, I'm sorry, you were right. I'll let you do whatever you want. Like, I need you to get 30 million bucks as soon as you can. Use whatever methods you want, but I need that cash soon. And by doing this, he pretty much unleashes a dog. Like, he unleashes a beast, pretty much. Like, he just starts taking everything by force from everyone. Like, it didn't even matter if it was his own clan. Like, You know Kashiwagi, the guy that gave Nishiki his job, his boss, like, number two ends up making a move on his turf as well. And this upsets Nishiki quite a bit. He's just like, dude, why did you do that? That's our own clan. Like, are you crazy? Like, and number two is just like, you said whatever means necessary. This is whatever means necessary. And like, if you have a problem, try to do it your own damn self. See how far you get. And that's, yeah. Kashiwagi is very upset about this, obviously. He pays Nishiki a very quick visit and whoops his ass around and scolds him real hard. And he's just like, you know, you can't even keep your men in line. I left the wrong guy in charge. If Kazuma was around, this wouldn't be happening. And once again, Nishiki has been compared to Kazuma. And he's just like, he's so sick of hearing that. He is so sick of hearing that. And this is where number two shows up with the 30 million yen that he needed, that Nishiki needed for his sister's surgery. And he's just like, hey, boss man, I got the 30 million yen today. All of it today. Like, that's pretty crazy, right? Why are you looking so glum? Should be happy about this. How about a little gratitude too? And he's just like, and you want to know how I got that money? Some doctor with a gambling bet, like, he had a huge gambling debt. He gave us 30 million today. And Nishiki's like, that son of a bitch. And he goes straight over to his office, and the office is just completely empty. He left town. He completely screwed him over. This is where Nishiki is at the pinnacle of his depression and stress. And he's just like, fuck. I killed myself to get that money. Like, I've been doing a horrible job running this, you know. It's like, I let everybody down in the clan, and now my sister's gonna die. And he's just depressed. He's thinking about suicide now. And he has a small altar in front of him representing his sister. She passed away. He needs some kind of redemption. He feels responsible for her death. He feels responsible for a lot of things right now. And he's about to do it, then number two shows up. And he's like, oh, hey boss man, I need to talk to you about something. And I need your permission for something. And he's like, hey, you listening? And he's just like, hey, I'm fucking here to tell you something. You're listening? And he just keeps on talking shit to him. He's just like, you're really inept, you know that? You're a terrible boss. And your buddy Kazuma would have done a better job than this. And he's just like, and that was the last time, like, Nishiki's just so sick of hearing that, and he's had enough, and he stabs him. He stabs number two. He never liked him. And after he stabs him, he's just like, what'd you say to me? He's like, you know, I got a secret to tell you. I want you to tell everybody in hell that it was me that killed the boss, not Kazuma. And this was the beginning. Like, this is how, like, Nishiki is the final boss of the first game. He's the bad guy. He's the main villain. And this is how it became the way he did. Like, during those 10 years that Kazuma was in prison, he became a completely different man. And this is where he decides, you know, I'm gonna get to the top of the clan now. I don't care how I do it either. Because I'm a murderer now. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna kill as many people as it takes to get to the top. And yeah, he becomes a very scary boss after this.